it's going to be a tiny quiz. We hope you enjoy it. Okay, first question. Which company does this logo belong to, or does this logo represent?
Tesla.
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 Tesla, right?
All right. Has everyone like seen that meme, or like how does everyone just know this? Okay, we have
Just letter T.
yeah, okay, cool. That's just a safety slide, and also a hint in case you guys didn't get it, but I think you guys are smart. Okay, we have a smart batch now. So that's nice. Yes, it is Tesla. A tiny question again for you guys. Okay, this one's serious. So what is the name of this company, and which F1 team do they sponsor? You guys go.
Servo.
No, not Servo, but try again.
Petronas.
Right. There's a second part of the question as well. So who do you think Petronas represents? Who do they sponsor? Which F1 team is it? Okay, someone else. Do you guys think it's Petronas?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, great. So whoever said yes, now because the answer was already said, you have to tell me what Petronas does. What is it that the company actually does?
Oil.
Correct. Now, which F1 team do they sponsor, guys? Okay, anyone?
Mercedes.
Mercedes-AMG team.
Correct. That's right. So they sponsor the Mercedes race team or Mercedes AMG. That's right, guys. But okay, let's go one more step further. Who is name? Can you name both the drivers who drive for Mercedes right now?
Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas.
Ah, sweet. Good one, guys. Good one. You guys follow F1?
Yeah, I'm a diehard fan.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, we have one last question
Yeah,
for you guys.
I've been following like since 2009. So
Yeah. Holy shit. So how was the last pandemic season? Everyone took the podium literally. How did you feel?
hey man, but even though this Mercedes dominance, right? There was so much, it's packed full of fun.
Yeah. I agree. Who's your favorite driver?
For me, I would say, other than Lewis, I would say the upcoming star George Russell of Williams. After the season at Bahrain.
I like
Man, but I feel bad for him.
I like Daniel Ricciardo the most. I think the way he overtakes is insane. I think but I think I see how.
Yeah, but actually, because he can.
Yeah.
Because he can squeeze the limits of even a midfield car. He can do he can do wonders if you give him a championship car.
Yeah.
Hoping he'll do good in McLaren this year.
Oh my god, yeah, me too. What about you guys? The rest of you guys? How many of you guys like follow F1 or anything racing related?
No, not really.
Not really. So how come Stier then? It's kind of like interesting. I want to know how you guys decided to.
I watched a few videos on the engineering aspect of F1. How they build different things and to get around the rules and drive faster. Essentially, so I like that aspect.
Do you think it's thrilling?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I think you're gonna like.
Man, they should watch F1 since 2014.
I think a lot of people need
Brutal
to start
dominance.
watching F1. Yeah, but yeah, a lot of people need to start watching F1. So yeah,
Hey, anybody who's a Ferrari fan here?
Oh my god, yeah, Ferrari's in bits right now.
I don't know, man. What's going on?
Yeah,
They're just being memed all over every single time.
It's sad. Okay, like one last question just for you guys. So a lot of times you see like you'll see race drivers stepping into like these big driving suits. Why do you think that they wear these suits? Do you think it's just like one coolness coefficient? They'll increase of like, guys, I'm cool. I drive like Mercedes, or what? Like which one of the
one thing is for one thing is for fire protection, because there have been multiple crashes like last year.
So how? Okay.
Yeah, protect them from the fire mainly. That is the reason.
Yeah. Okay. Someone else. I see. I
Protect
can
them
hear
from
like
the
2-3
fire.
voices.
And then in F1, right, you experience brutal G-forces, so your body undergoes a lot of changes. So it can even act as an absorbent for all such kind of forces. So
Fair enough. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? I've been hearing like constant voices, but guys, this session is for you guys. It's for you guys to know us. It's for us to interact through this. And I get it. This is not the best way it could happen, but honestly, like these times, we're just making do. So the rest of you guys, like, what do you think? Do you think it's close between 3 and 4? Do you think it's any of the other options? I made option 2, guys. Please, one of you guys choose option 2. I feel nice about it. It's the shoots aren't shiny, but like we like shiny. Half the options correct. Do I get marks for that, guys? Please. Okay, I'm kidding. The rest of you guys, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you guys think that it prevents against electrical resistance? Because we are
Yeah.
Formula electric car. Do you guys think so?
Yeah, obviously, because even Formula One cars are nowadays a partly hybrid system, so it will protect them from a bit of any electric sparks or something which go out of an electric fire.
Yeah, that sounds good. All right. So the truth is it's actually fire resistance, and that's why they wear it. So safeties. All our safety slides are basically memes because why not? Oops. Yeah. So the material that they use is called Nomex or meta-aramid. So here the way it works is quite interesting. On heating, this material expands. The moment it expands, it basically takes the driver's body away from the fire by forming this thing called carbon char that actually is the material that expands, which means it gives you, if nothing else, a window to get out of that like heat or whatever, right? I hope that was helpful. I hope that helped you guys cheer up a little bit. Do any of you guys like follow like I don't know like bike racing or anything?
Bike racing, not that much. MotoGP. I'm more into 4-wheeler and.
All right, one moment. Yeah, right. So yeah, anyone else? What about the rest of you guys? So like, how come I've seen a lot of people from different branches as well. And there are like multiple like race vehicle teams. There are multiple other technical clubs. How come Star Electric, guys? Or are you guys like sitting for everything and choosing which one you like the most and then deciding? That's a lot of pressure, but we can cope with it.
Yeah, I came here for racing purposes only.
Lovely.
And I love racing, so I just came for it. I just saw it and I just took part.
Lovely. All right, guys. That was it for me. I think a lot of us have joined now. We're going to start with the real orientation now. Over to you guys.
Okay, so hi all, I'm Rashmi, a second year mechanical student, and I work specifically for the steering department for Stier, and I also assist with the non-technical aspect. And today I will be starting off with the orientation. So welcome to the orientation for Stier Racing. We wanted Stier to be in such a way that it's hands-on and it excites us. So therefore, this time what we are planning to do is to make sure that everything is on that line. Conventionally, I should start off this presentation talking about what our club exactly does or why you should be a part of it. But before that, I would like to take a moment to introduce Formula Student. Formula Student is the racing, engineering, and the business entry point for all students worldwide to enter the big leagues. So countries of technical expertise like Germany, Japan, etc. like are the hosts, and they are the judges, and they actively participate in these competitions. And companies that are hosts of these events in India are also top tier like Bosch, Aether, etc. So this is something just more than Ramaiah. The Formula Student fraternity globally is like very huge and it's very holistic. So now that I've told you the scale of the competition, and have you ever wondered like how does it feel to be a part of it? The pricing of every nut and every bolt, to convincing the judges as to why manufacturing a certain part is more feasible than actually buying it from the market, or actually seeing as to why the whole business plan is made to such a precision, and the whole experience as such gives us an eagle eye view of how the entire company takes care of its operation, and also it delivers success in the given time frame. 28 million. What is this number? It is the number of electric cars on road when we are in our 30s. And imagine laying your groundwork to work in the coolest tech of the future like right now. Do you know how it feels to drive an electric car much before Tesla actually launches it? Or can you even imagine working with the cars of the future with the best companies which are carbon emission free and have government subsidies? Now that I've spoken enough, I think I'll ask you guys, what is Stier Racing? So what do you know about it? Have you seen the logo, or And remember, anyone who's answering gets brownie points. So we are noting everything. So just think of it and look at the logo and tell me what you think. Anyone?
Means German word bull.
Okay. And why are we using this bull?
To go, bull like charges really fast at really high speeds. So
Yes, that's correct. So that's exactly the answer I was looking for. So I'll tell you this is the meaning of the logo part of it. So now I'll tell you what we do. So we are a college formula student electric vehicle team which controls where the steering takes you. And this is not just driving an electric car. This is driving an electric future for you. So we strongly believe that today's race cars are tomorrow's road cars. So you can go to the next slide and play the video.
I see this light like a swinging vine, swing my heart across the line, and my face is flashing signs. Seek it out and ye shall find. Old, but I'm not that old. Young, but I'm not that bold. And I don't think the world is sold. I'm just doing what we're told. I feel something so right, doing the wrong thing. And I feel something so wrong, doing the right thing. I couldn't lie, couldn't lie, couldn't lie. Everything that kills me makes me feel like lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars.
So now that we have given a gist of what happens, let's start with the story. This is a story of how we grew up, and we are sharing this with you as we strongly believe that how we grow up shapes who we are. Bharat and Somana, batch of 2019, decided to start a team of their own in 2015 to match the passion and ambition, but there were so many problems. Both of them lacked fabrication experience on the project as huge as Formula Bharat. Hence, they started small with a go-kart project, which is NKRC, and understood the fabrication along with other things that are required, and held a good position at only the first attempt, which speaks volumes as to what a good team we are. We worked our way from there to different Formula students. So this is the gist of how we started. Over to you, Sai Pratik.
Hey all, I am Sai Pratik, a third year AC student working in the electrical department of Stier Racing. Talking about our accomplishments, our most commendable achievement is winning the overall title of Formula Green 2020 by overpowering the dynamic EV teams across India who took part. IITs and NITs were also a part of the competition. There were 31 EV teams who registered for Formula Bharat 2020, and guess what? We secured 5th place overall. Doesn't that sound cool, guys? Over to the next slide. We in Stier Racing not just believe in achievements and awards, but also take into consideration the small inner workings that make us who we are. Apart from the achievements and records, do you want to know what else you can major in? Come let us know. Teamwork, balancing the difference of opinions amongst the team members and coming up with the best suited solution. managing deadlines. This is very important to achieve the tasks effectively as well as efficiently in stipulated time period. Working on finance with proper knowledge on how to manage finance, it is sure that the project will reach the zenith. Meeting industry standards, exposure to quality and safety standards required to bring a car to the road, learning to effectively communicate. Why not? Because what is the use of having a brilliant idea if you can't put it forth to others? Next slide. Apart from this, what perks you can expect from Stier Racing? We have connections with people who work in the EV field. Our seniors who initiated Stier Racing work in successful startups like Aura Energies, Aether, which is a sponsor of Formula Bharat itself, and many more. Are you ready to join them? Hop in then. Coming to exposure, you will get to meet many talented people throughout your journey, and their work life will surprise you and leave you amazed. The panel of judges you will face are all industry experts. You all will also get a chance to work on softwares which are actually used in industries to build a EV vehicle. By now, you would have figured out how closely we are associated to electric vehicle community. Next slide. What everyday work looks like. It goes like this. You come to the Steyr lab, coordinate with other folks of the team, and have a small brainstorming round, finish the to-do list of the day, and finally keep a track of the activities to accomplish the objectives prior to the deadline. The annual grind is something like this. Setting up the timeline for the activities relating to the event, design phase, design phase, followed by procuring and building the car out of a factory, followed by rigorous rounds of testing prior to the event, and finally setting up a benchmark in the event. Next slide, please. The accumulator. God, I love this thing. The battery is a bomb, but only if you don't know how to handle it. But trust me, once you master this skill, it is your way. So come join the Elite group to build an industry grade battery pack. Thank you. Over to Vishesh.
Hi everyone. I hope I'm audible. Myself Vishesh. I'm from Electronics and Communications 6M. So let's loosen up a little bit. Moving on to the technical electrical side of building a EV car. So basically, it's divided into two halves. The one is high voltage, and the that is basically accumulator, controller. Okay. The other side is GLV, or basically ground low voltage. So accumulator, high voltage, that's battery, motor, controller, and a few circuits. It sounds interesting. It is interesting, but GLV also lays emphasis, like quite a bit emphasis on the car, because GLV consists of the major safety circuits of the car, ensuring that the driver or the person driving it doesn't get fried like a Kentucky fried chicken. Yeah. Next slide. Business plan. Why do you need a business plan? Because you need money. You can't make anything out of scratch. You'll need the money. Designing a car is a different part of making a car. But to ensure that the design turns out to be a good one, a better one, you need the money to implement. Okay. Uh, a lot about technical. Let's move to the non-tech side. If you thought non-tech, it's kind of boring. It's not. Non-tech consists of documentation, finance, social media. Let's say documentation, EDR, cost reports, Gantt charts. It's a lot of documentation. Once you are done with documentation, I can assure you, you'll know more about the car than the technical guys. Moving on to finance, procurement. If you thought getting money out of your parents was easy, come with us to a procurement meeting. We'll show you how it's done. Social media, to all the social media buffs and the photographing buffs, I'm ensuring you, once the car is done, it will be more alluring than the, senior I'm talking about. All my Bengali friends, apna sapna money, 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 money. Moving to the next slide. Future plans, because the timeline work always works. 2022 Formula Bharat. It's kind of easy if we work together, if we work every day and be on be on time with the deadlines. Formula Bharat is quite easy. Now 2023 FSA Japan, that's a challenge because FSA Japan is one of the highly recognized competitions in the whole world. 2023 again, autonomous sounds cool. Let's hope our car doesn't hit the grandma on the corner of the street. 2024 FSATA, the ultimate goal to reach. Next slide, please. Uh, this made our previous uh, achievements would not have been possible uh, if there were no sponsors. Sponsors such as AS Designers, Nimble, Sasek, Zukin. Even Zukin sponsors the main event too, so you can assume how big the company is. These sponsors helped us through thick and thin when we lacked money or we lacked a few components. So uh, we were like SolidWorks too. SolidWorks and uh, let's say Bender. If you thought, if you thought buying a high-end phone or a kind of costly phone like 80 or 90K is exciting, Bender gives out a single component that's a security circuit, safety circuit, IMD. It cost about 70 to 80K. That's a small piece of circuit. That's all. So moving on to the next slide. Come do what we do, not just see what we do. I know it sounds something else, but it is what it is. The next slide, please. At last, we thank you all for attending this orientation. We also thank the mechanical department HOD and our mentor, who provided us with everything which was possible. If you have any questions, hit us up. You can mail us at stierracing@gmail.com, or you can call or text Hey Ram or Rashmi. You can also check out our Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube channels. Please. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so hi guys, we are up. We are done with the. Am I audible? First of all, somebody can
Yes,
unmute
yes.
yourself
Yes,
and you
sir,
can.
you're audible.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir, you're
Yeah,
audible.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay, that sounds great. If you have some questions and all to ask about the team, about the future plans, or how do we like work apart from the presentation which we have already presented, and also the things which like, yeah, you will have a lot of many of things in your mind, so you can just go on and then like any one of our team members can answer your questions. Yeah, come on.
When is the club like starting? Like when do we come and meet all each other? And
Okay, okay, okay. I'll see. What is happening is now today orientation is over. Today is Monday, so on Wednesday or Thursday you will have one Google like it. You will have one test. It'll be a multiple choice. Fill in the blanks. Match the following true or false or something like that. Like one word answers. You need to just like be somewhat like thorough with your concepts or whatever is taught. Not such as difficult or something like that. So if you're thorough with it, you can answer those questions after like that will be on Wednesday or Thursday. From Monday, like the next coming Monday, we will be starting up with the interview thing. So interview will go on as per the protocol and like of the SOP followed by the college. We will have to only like one in person interview with 10 people on a day. So it's like it will go like 10 people on the day, so it will be prioritized as per the highest number of marks which you score in the exam. So it's not at all an exam, it's just like, yeah dude, come write exam. Yeah, I'm again and again calling it as an exam because if I don't call it as an exam, you guys will not come and it will be just like an assignment or something kind of a thing. So do come, right? Then after that we'll have interview. After interview we'll be creating a formal group where you will be added into the group. I hope I have answered your question.
How many will be selected in the end? The final number of.
All right, great. So we don't have a
We don't
fixed
have a
number of
fixed
people
number
that
of
we take
people
into
that we
the
take
team.
into the
We
team.
believe that
We believe
everyone
that
who's
everyone
talented
who's
deserves
talented
the
deserves
chance
the
to work
chance
with
to
us.
work with us.
And for that
And
reason,
for
we
that
never
reason,
have
we
a
never
specific
have a
number of
specific number
people
of
that
people that
we set as the
we
cap.
set as the cap.
So
So
whoever shows
whoever shows
promise, whoever
promise,
shows
whoever
the grades
shows
to
the
be able
grit
to
to be
work
able
and
to
to be
work
able to
and to
go
be able
that
to go
distance,
that distance,
we're going to
we're
keep
going to keep
everyone on that
everyone
team.
on
We're
that
going to
team.
make
We're
sure
going to
that we
make sure
teach
that we
you
teach
everything
you
there is.
everything there
So
is.
there's nothing
There's
that's left
nothing
from
that's
our
left from
end
our
to
end
make sure
to
that you
make sure
guys
that
live
you
the
guys
dream
live
that
the
you
dream
came
that
to
you came to
that you
like
came to
that you
college
came
to
to
live.
college to live.
Also, adding up to Ishan, there is a limit specified by the Formula Bharat every year. So, according to that number, number of team members is limited. So that will be as well a criteria.
Okay, yeah. So there's one question in the chat box. What's that question? Can you let me know?
On what concepts MCQ test is based?
Okay, on what concepts MCQ test will be based? Okay, so for that thing, you should be clear with your very much basic concepts like how does the car run? I mean, what principle does it run? What is like suspension? Why it is used? What is chassis? Or like it's something related to mechanical. The people who are related to mechanical will answer mechanical questions. Test will be like this. The people who are getting in for electrical will have 20 electrical questions. For every section it's like that only, so you will have 20 questions. If you are in mechanical, you will be answering 20 mechanical. If you want to be in both, then you need to give the test of both the departments. The people for non-tech will go in the same line. So the questions for mechanical will be something related to car, the mechanical stuff related to car. For electrical, I hope after this question Sai Pratik will like guide you properly, like what kind of basis, like that's also not like too much of complex thing. It's yeah, that's manageable. And for non-technical, you will have to do some situation analysis, like that will be one-on-one like interview kind of a questions. Like if you have 3 dealers and one gives better products, another gives the fast delivery, the third one gives like it in less time, the fourth one has more number of service centers, and all of them give the same product. So whom will you choose amongst these 4? So it will be your reasoning questions. If you are if your procurement head, how will you head the like the party who sponsors you, how will you head them and how will they fund you, or how will you find number of ways to like get money in. So money is the major factor on which the car gets built. It's not just the concepts and theories and softwares on which you work and then just build the car. So money is a very important factor. It's a very huge project which we are handling, and you get a lot of exposure and lot of experience handling money in electrical concepts as well and also in mechanical concepts. I hope Sai Pratik can continue now and tell what is the electrical criteria, on what basis the questions might come.
So the questions will be related to your PU 11th and 12th, what you have learned in basic electronics. And also you have a subject called basic electronics for the people in P cycle, and electrical subject for the people in C cycle. So it will be very basic compared to that. It will be just the it will just test your presence of mind, and it will be simple reasoning questions, nothing much complicated. You need not have any prior idea regarding a race car or something like that.
Okay, plus for a little bit hint, it would be better if you go through the type of motors present, like in the present condition, and what type of motors are used in cars and everything.
On 18th, there's this entrepreneur event something. Can we be a part of that and this as well? Or do we have to choose one?
Like you can be a part. All the thing is like you should be able to handle both at the same time, is what I can say.
Thank you.
If you are there like on 18th, if your interview gets scheduled or your test gets scheduled and you are also participating in that event, in such case we will manage to take either your interview or whatever the test is scheduled on the next day or the prior day, whatever it is according to your convenience. But like yeah, you can be in both, no problem, but it's about you how you can handle both the things.
Are there any set number of working hours for the club?
Actually, when you start working, it's same like studying, dude. Do you have any fixed number of study hours every day that you study? If yes, then it's something like you more and more the like you work more, you understand the concept. It's same like that.
Bro, it's a 8 to 9 month long project, so there will be deadlines. So you need to adjust other things with those deadlines. See, if you set some goal for a day, you just need to complete that goal. If it gets completed before the set time, you can leave. That's not a problem.
I have a doubt.
Yeah.
It's like this Formula Bharat and all other events. Like, how is it done?
In what sense?
Like,
How
is it like a
done?
race? Is it like a race? Is like a race done between the different teams? Or is like different multiple tests are done
Yes,
to
yes,
show
yes.
whose car is superior?
Yeah, yeah. So the whole format you mean, see whenever you participate in Formula Bharat event, Formula Bharat is a very huge event. On the basis, like there will be there's something called as technical inspection. When you design a car and when you manufacture it, you take it up to the venue, like wherever. Last time it was in Coimbatore, Karimota Speedway. So we took our car there. There is something called as technical inspection. The mechanical people will judge your car based on mechanical. I mean judges. The electrical judges will come and based your judge your car based on electrical, and non-technical there is something called as cost report, there is something called as business plan, there is also something called as engineering design report. So this all comes under static events. So if your technical inspection gets cleared and you clear the there's no if your technical inspection gets cleared, you will be valid for static and dynamic events. Now what is static and dynamic? Static is something where a team goes and presents itself. Now if you have something, a product, and you want to market that product, it's something like we are working as a company, we have our car manufactured and we want to sell it to them, we want to market it, we want to advertise it in the coming business. So that's how the point of business plan. In cost report you also go with the total cost that you have incurred in the manufacture of this car, and also basically when you go with the static events, it's all related to safety of the car. So once that is a part of a static event, there's also called as dynamic event. So in dynamic events there are actually 4 events. One is autocross, another one is there's one as endurance, one is that is also there, and acceleration test, whereas endurance. So all of these tests are like done on the track. When your actually car goes on the track, these all events will be there. So the fastest team to go with that track or fastest team to cover that event will be awarded the highest number of points, and it goes like that. So based on both the things, you will be getting your whatever position you get overall.
Adding to Hiram, the last event is endurance. If you clear all of those events like the brake test, the acceleration test, you move on to endurance. The endurance is basically the race. They'll measure your lap timings and everything. So yeah.
This actually goes in the same way as you see it on the TV, but in a smaller scale. That's all. We actually race with the other cars on the track.
No, like the race car, the drivers, right? Like where do they come from? Like, is it from the college itself, or they come from
the team itself.
Oh,
yeah.
So like, how do you select it? Like, you put a test through everyone to see who can perform the best, or
that depends on many factors which you will get to know once you come into the team. It's not just it's not that pretty much easy. So okay, you have driving license, so you can drive the car. It's not like that.
Yeah, I know. It's not easy because a race car driver is a different phenomenon.
Yeah. There's something called as a race car. Like you need to properly. So see, there's something when you drive your car on the track. There is something called as overtaking zone, and only in that zone you can overtake. So there are speed limits to the cars. You need to understand the flags properly. So whenever you are going on the track, there will be various types of flags. Now especially the people who will be general idea, they will be having green flag. Green flag means go, red flag means stop, and there is one checkered head flag, say white and black boxes, which you finish up the race and they'll just wave it off and then you have won the race. So apart from 3 flags, there are many other flags. So you need to understand what every flag means. So on the track, if you get that flag, so what is the what are you supposed to do, what is happening next, if there is there are a lot many of other concepts which you need to understand before getting into driving thing.
Also adding up to Hiram, the driver weight as well as the ergonomics will also come into the picture. So how well you fit to the design of the car, the chassis of the car is also important. It's not just the driving skills.
Yeah, I know. Like you need to give us a fit, right?
Yeah,
that's one main goal which every team wants to achieve.
Yeah.
Plus, you will be wearing a lot of safety equipment such as balaclava and the complete suit. So you need to know about everything, all the standards which we are gonna maintain over there. You need to know about them. So for driver, there will be a test later on. You have to prepare for it, and whoever qualifies for that will be given the chance to drive the car. See, there will be 2 events. So even if you don't get the chance to drive in one, you'll get a chance in another. So don't worry.
How long is this commit? Is it for the whole for 4 years
No.
or 1 year or how?
Okay, so now I'll tell you about the competition. See, Formula Bharat conducts competition every year. So, like probably, yeah, tentative dates which they give is every year March they have the competition, like March or April, like April March end or April beginning. So that's how it goes, or sometimes in month of February as well, because last year it happened in month of February. So February, March, like these 2 months you can consider roughly the like the competition goes on. So you start prepare. So what we do is, like, our seniors went to the competition in February and we joined them, and from February till next February, whatever it is, we start like work on the car, we participate, then it happens like 4 years leave, and then third year takes up as 4 years. So the series goes on. I hope like you understand the sequence, like first years get into second years get into third years. It's not mandatory ki you need to be in the team for 4 years, but you would really appreciate, because the experience which goes on counting, you like pass on every year, the plus 1 year and plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, so it goes on counting a lot, and you start like getting that interest, you start like getting too much of knowledge, and that once when you start like liking it, you will obviously like contribute a lot into the team.
Just to add to him, it's basically the short-term commitment will be of a year, so that you be participating to the direct next Formula Bharat. But long-term, once you actually worked in a department, for example, steering this time, next time you will get the experience to actually head it and make sure that you give the continuing, like the skill to the juniors and something like that. So short-term is 1 year, but long-term, if you continue, you can grow with all of us.
Yeah, exactly. So are there any other questions, or shall we wind it up?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah, go on, please.
So I saw in your video that you had built a go-kart.
Yeah.
So this time, are you recruiting for a go-kart, or are we be selecting in the Formula team?
Actually, we are selecting you guys like for I'm not supposed like as per the team's protocol. You can, yeah, it's like when you are getting recruited, it's your obvious question to ask like what am I getting recruited in, but it's like mostly 80% of the chances that you get into like it majorly depends on your performance, dude. So you perform well. So getting into Formula car is like you need to have immense and deep knowledge of the concepts. Like the engineering design reports which they actually like judge are very very deep. So you need to get a lot of knowledge, and then lot of like designing, simulation, so that you will eventually learn. And I hope that 1 year, like we are taking you for like upcoming next year, so that whole year in 1 year you will be able to like get into the Formula team only. It's not for go-kart, and that's basically what we have done up till now. It's not about what we are going to do. I mean okay, that I'm not saying we are not going to do that, but it's like that based on the past videos you understand what we are going to do next. So it just goes on, you step by step go on like up on the ladder.
Hello, I'm Varun. Hi guys.
Hi.
I'm from the ENC department.
Okay.
So I wanted to know, so under the what all comes under the each branch of the design of the car. So in mechanical, basically it's the aerodynamics, it's the design material of the suit. So what can you briefly describe what all comes under each branch?
So I'll take this question.
Yeah, you can.
Under mechanical, we have chassis department, then we have the powertrain, the brakes, the steering, suspension, and all these, like each of the part. And then there is powertrain where it all comes together, and then the electric ones which work combining both the electric and the mechanical part of it. So is this something you're looking for, the answer? Like,
yeah. But in each department will be having hands-on experience on all of the things in designing.
Yes,
and
yes.
Obviously,
yes,
dude. That's why we are
so
taking
you will be the one. Yeah, that's the whole point of
the whole point of
what we are
recruiting
doing.
is that itself. Do you really think you will be just into the team and just looking at us what like it happens as it has kept on happening? No. You will obviously work. You will build your car, bro. You will build your
So
car.
you will first imagine a steering, like if you're in steering, imagine the kind of steering you want, the type of it. Then you will actually go on to analysis software and analyze it, put in different numbers and design it, and then actually get the parts and procure it and fix it into the car, and you do it all by your hands. So that's the whole like of thing of what we are actually doing here is all. That's what sums it up. So
Yeah.
you're definitely gonna work.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, do you guys build a new car every year, or depending on the rules, you make changes?
We build a new car every year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The competition requires us to build, like there is something called as a rule book, which is like 100 to 200 pages long and has every detail, and that requires us to make changes from different ones, or
Yeah.
else it'll be easy for many teams to just take up the same parts and you like use everything again and keep winning or something. So
Yeah.
that doesn't make sense, right?
Okay. Yeah, so that's all. We will be like putting forward the messages on your like the group which we have created, and also you inform all of your friends who missed the meeting by some or the other like unavoidable conditions, but still you can like make them like know about the things which we have discussed, and the further details about the like the Google Forms in which you have to enter your names and then go writing the test, and also the interview part, like you will be getting the mails. Also you will be like go check your mails on regular like frequent basis. Also check your WhatsApp group. There are many people who are added like just before the meeting started, so it was very difficult to manage like to send the Google links, I mean meeting links to those people. So okay, leaving those part apart, we will be like informing you about the things that will be happening. Okay, so thank you guys, hope to see you at the test and after that as interview. Thank you, bye bye, have a good night.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Thank you, sir.